I know that being quarantined has been very difficult for everyone. People lost their job, their motivation, their focus, their education, and even their friends and family members. Each person had been impacted differently. I was about to graduate from high school at the beginning of this pandemic. I had to stop taking classes in person and switch to online classes, which was my first experience. Before, I could say that I was one of the most motivated people in the world. Since I started taking online classes, I started to lose the motivation that I had before. Staying home every single day and not having someone to challenge me or compete with me was the reason I lost those motivation. Even though I lost those motivations, it didn't stop me from accomplishing my goals and having new habits and learning new things. This is why in this video you will see the 5 positive things that I gained from the pandemic. The first thing is myself graduated from high school. After a lot of struggles and hardships, I was able to graduate from high school. It was not easy at all. It was 9 hours sitting in front of a computer every day doing homework. All these effort led me to graduate from high school and become the salutatorian of the year. I never once thought my high school graduation will happen in Zoom, and I never thought my first speech will happen virtually. When I heard that the graduation will happen in the Zoom, I thought that it would be the dumbest thing that I would participate in. But my mind changed when I was doing the speech, thinking about all these things going on the world. People were dying and students left school, made me realize that all my peers who graduate with me, students all over the world, including myself, are stronger than anything. So I will be very hard on myself if I didn't enjoy this graduation. Denzel Washington always says,
Hard work works. Working really hard is what successful people do.
so don't be afraid of the hard work needed to achieve your goals. We'll always be confronted with difficulties in our lives. The only way we can fight against those difficulties is by working hard. The second thing I gained from the pandemic is the fact that I cook more. Before the pandemic, waking up at 6 a.m. every day to go to school and then coming home at 7 p.m. made me not having enough time to cook. Since the beginning of the pandemic, I realized that it was the best time to cook more and also the best time to eat healthy food. I went to the store often. I learned more recipes on YouTube. I ate at least 3 times per day. My math teacher always told me, the more you know, the more you don't know. I know that you're stuck in quarantine, but the best way to not feel bored at home is to learn more. In order to digest those food that I eat, I took the advantage of being stuck at home to exercise more and learn new exercises. Before quarantine, I used to practice only weightlifting. I took the advantage of being stuck at home to spend more time practicing it and also to practice new disciplines such as yoga and stretching. Doing those exercises helped me to be more focused on myself instead of worrying about everything that is happening in this world. One piece of advice I can give you is that one of the best way to respond to this pandemic is to be healthy and be happy with your body. For a reminder, the pandemic was not the only big issue in the US. In addition to the pandemic, there was a big political problem in the US. The first one was the election where fans were fighting with each other, and the second one was the invasion of the US Capitol, where ex-President Donald Trump supporters invaded the US Capitol in order to show their anger about the election result. Before I did have time to get informed politically, as I was at home, I thought that it was the right time to inform myself about what is happening in the world and the country where I am living in. Remember that informing yourself is good for your safety and the safety of people who are living with you. To keep my head upright, I had to pray to God more. Since the pandemic, I've spent way more time praying than before, and I've time to read the Bible more. Everyone has something that is keeping them strong. Praying God is one of the things that keep me strong. He is the one who keeps me safe and the one I tell everything. I leave you with an important question to think about. What keeps you strong?